Fighter 6. Fighting round. One-on-one.
Time to select a stage. Our fighters will want to pick the appropriate character for this match.
All right, I'm ready.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. We're in for something special right here, right now.
All right, you ready? This is a fight. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Lots of aggression from both sides. That was a solid anti-air. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They're being absolute. Will this super art connect? Vulcan Blast! Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has depleted. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 1 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. No good up high. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Rose digs in deep to get that drive in. Gets carried to the corner. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. In a dire situation, they saw a path and they took it. Player 1 straight up put their opponent on a post. Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Big counter. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Does the math, shows their work, and busts out the drive kick. Dashes up. Barely blocks the jump in. They're spacing, it goes to the air. A super art. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Got their eye on the air. Will this super art connect? Oops, they were anticipating that super art. Sticks the jump in. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Taking stock. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. He fires up and ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag. Got their eye on the air. Opts for the throw. Was well in range to score the throw. Solid combo. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Perfect input. Not letting up. This is the perfect range to reach our antagonist. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
Round 3.
Player 2 is feeling it. Match point. Are we going to see some? Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Back them into the corner in a hurry. Can they keep on him? Medium kick. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Medium kick hits. They must have a game plan. Springs forward with the drive rush. In there! Claps back. They're still in this.
Round 4. Fight.
A blade, whoa, opens up with a super art. Did they see an opening? Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Can they keep on him? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Scrapping it, drive rush to keep it going. They were expecting that drive impact. Crowns them from above. Were they baiting them into that? All in with a rush. Noticeable burnout activates. Crashes out the cage right there. Shreds them with a critical one. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They are not getting close to each other. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Player 2 is in a very good spot. That jump in was expected.
You win round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Strings it all together. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. With a super art connect, the super doesn't hit. Projectile to try and change the situation. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chance. Player 1 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here. Our fighters got up close and personal last round and really took it to each other. Let's see if they can keep up the pressure. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. Takes a trip. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes them all the way to the... Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Will this super art opts for the super and gets the win? Takes one back. Both sides bringing it down. Steps back to start things off. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. And it goes for the super art. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. With this super art connect, spins it on the super art. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Just goes for it to stop the opponent's flow. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just experiencing burnout. All right, what takes a big gamble and whips out a raw super. Are they thinking about how to steal this? Gets tagged by the fireball. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on? Slips the grab. Gets the jump in. Looking to impress with this super. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Were they baiting them into that? Hits them in their gut. Both fighters, were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? They're going for the super art? Vulcan Blast! This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Player 2 is experiencing burnout. Flatline zone. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the characters. All right, let's get it. Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look
all my haters, y'all taking a minute.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player one with the life lead. The move whiffs and they get nailed with the punish damage. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Will that drive impact get punished? Yes. Player two wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. All right, what's coming up next? Super on depth for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Brushes off the impact. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Shows a medium kick. Okay, creating some space here. Player will opt for the critical art. They need to rely on their instincts here. Flash wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two is winning with the greatest of ease. Sandblast. Goes to the overdrive. Checks with a medium kick. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Both fighters get out of that jam with a perfect parry. Perfect read with the drive parry. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Gets a risky buff in. Awesome. Throws up a bump. Sandblast. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Watching each other carefully. Finds the target. Forward rush. Shin on show defeat. This could be make or break flatline zone. I smell a comeback in the works. Immediate jump-in. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Throws them to negate the block. Shows a medium kick. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player two will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Awesome! Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one hits a good spot to use the super. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Taking no prisoners. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Sticks the jump in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Checks with the projectile. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art gauge. Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Will this decision pay off for them? Not much drive to work with at the moment. All right, what's coming up next? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Rising uppercut. Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The jump-in is denied. Knockdown. Just goes for it at this range. Player one needs to hold up. The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player one must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win. Goes for the jump in to start the round. got their eye on the air. Backs them into the corner. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 has the meter lead. With this kind of gauge gap, they'll want to think about when to use it and not be trigger happy. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off here. The jump in and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. They couldn't shake the projectile. Takes one back. Both sides bringing it down. They go for the forward jump to start the round, looking to make something happen. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their driver. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Oh, burnout on both sides? You can tell they paid very close attention to the opponent's life gauge before letting that super loose. Player 2 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Shoots off a fireball up close. Blocks the low heavy. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Takes a trip. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. It's a good spot to use the super. Ooh, there's a side rising uppercut. A real the overhead denied. Both were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation. Flatlines up. The fighters have matched each other blow for blow. This fight will be decided in this final round. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Buffs up. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 has to crown them from above with the solar plexus strike. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? What were they thinking? What's next? Player 1 can't let them sit. Holy! Punish counter sets the table. Are we gonna see ashes out the cage right there? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Okay, the drive impact doesn't work. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Derek rushes in. I can't believe it. They are done. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Hits the drive. Good read with that throw escape. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The drive impact nets them a sweet punishment. A drive impact. The jump in is denied. Takes a trip. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Projectile to try and change the situation. That drive impact is blocked. Flash knuckle brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? And the throw ends the round. Player 2 may have taken the first round, but you can be sure that there will be adjustments on both sides. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Eats it up with a combo into super. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them. Springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with a medium kick. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Going in, KO. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear?
Round 3. Fight.
Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. No good up high. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Player 2 is leading in meter, but how will they utilize that advantage? Knockdown. With this super art connect, Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Okay, creating some space here. Player 2 has the lead and a super activation, looking to score some juicy damage. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Heading into the end, there's the impact! Not much. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Nice block on the overhead. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Medium kick hits. Paladin experiencing burnout. Goes with a Shin Hashogen. And that's how you close it out. What a beast! This match ain't over yet. Checks with a sandball. Solid anti-air. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Goes for the fireball, which is all in with a rush. They return to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player reads the jump in perfectly. Drive rush. There's a burnout. What's this Kikuhado gonna do? Okay, here we go. Gets into perfect fireball range. What are they gonna do? Throws them. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Player 2 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. In attack range. Closes in. Throw is denied. What a read. What a statement with that fireball. A daring impact to wrap up the round.
Ryu wins.
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection.
Ginbu Temple.
The stage is set. It's time to select a character.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, 'cause you know it's my time.
All right, I'm ready.
Give it my all.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top?
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Overdrive. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Grabs him. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the jump in. Player 1 can't let their heats it up with a combo into super. Player 1 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Springs forward with the drive rush. KO. Player 1 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win.
Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Shows the overhead. Sticks the combo. Decent damage. What's next? Nice solid counter. Knockdown. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The jump in catches them. Strings it all together. Taking stock. Up tap to close it. Player one is feeling it. Match point.
Round 3.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Did well to get the buff in there. Player one didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Can they stop this light lead from getting bigger? There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Uses the gauge for a super arm. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken!
What's wrong? Get up!
Player one is working with a better game. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Clutch, anti-air. Springs forward with the drive rush. What'll happen here? Taking chunks at overhead. Candy Shin Ashogeki. This could be that's how you close it out. What a beast! Player one showed they are truly the best of the best. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Blocks it. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. That was a solid anti-air. Wow, shut down. Jump in finds the mark. Sticks the combo. They hit each other. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Takes a trip. Holds out with the block. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Just out of range for that throw. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player one has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Brushes off the impact. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Fires off the Shikyu Hadouken, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player two must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win. Goes for the rush down to start. They're on a mission. Player one has the life advantage. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Decides to buff up while they can. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Takes a trip. Player two chases them down. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Checks them with the projectile. Player two in there! Player two is feeling it. Match point. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Taking stock. Dashes forward. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. So, what fires off the Shikyu Hadouken? Both fighters planning something? Player two is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their time. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. In there! I smell a comeback in the works!
Round 4.
A brave forward jump there to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Early round this is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up!
They were expecting that jump. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side. That's not gonna hit. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. How did they read that throw? Crowns them from above. Player one overhead. What's this Chico Hado gonna do? Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. They gotta go. Here comes the flatline zone. This match ain't over yet. Backdash to start, shrugs that off. The last round, it's now or never. Gets a risky puff in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Hits that with confidence. Good punch, turning it right up with a super. What now? A jump? Oh, they switch sides. Finds the target. Drive rush. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Burns out. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Okay, here we go. They were sitting on their... Are you kidding me? Player two comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Shuts that down with a parry. Saw the projectile easily. They'll want to be careful of positioning here while on the lookout for more projectiles. Player one, with a sliver of drive gauge left, they may be in for a tough time. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Takes them all the KO. Player one picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here.
Round two. Fight.
Throws him down. How will this round turn out? Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Amazing read to flash the parry just in time to catch the attack. Player two has the life advantage. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player two is maintaining the corner position for some, well aware of their life in meters. Really good decision making.
I can become strong.
Takes one back. Both sides bringing it now.
Round three. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? Starts with a jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Brings out the level 3 super. When you go for it, you gotta go big. Goes for the drive rush there. Player 2 has a definite escape plan here if they can utilize their S8 gauge. All right, what's coming up next? This is a tough spot. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Drive gauge finally recovering. Down to the what wraps it up with the drive impact. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round four. Fight.
Decides to create some distance to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Dashes! Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. The life uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Jump? This is gonna hurt. Jumps up. Perfect execution with the anti-air. What's this Chico Hado gonna do? Oh, here he confuses their drive gauge. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna betting and draw on the drive rush? Player 2 closes it out. Player 1 comes away with the win.
Fighting ground.
What stage will they choose?
Training room.
Our fighters will want to pick the appropriate character for this match.
Earn my stripes, cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young.
All right, let's get it. All right, let's get it.
My psychiatrist. Been through a life.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
You ready?
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Strings it all together. KO! Player one picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here. A brave forward jump there to start. Beginning of the round. What will our fighters do? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player one needs to deal with this burnout. This quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Will this super art connect? Were they baiting them into that? Flash number. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. At this range, many attack gets tagged by the fireball. Player one is feeling it. Match point.
Round three. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the... Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Forcefully closes the gap. Combo with the target combo. Oh, they're in the corner. Rising uppercut. Shows the medium kick. Player looking to impress with this super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here.
Really good.
Can they create an opportunity in there? I smell a comeback in the works. Keeping them away. Perfect input. Not letting them. Big opportunity coming. Get out of the corner. Fights out. Burnout activates.
Wait.
Sneaks in above. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Knockdown and gets out of there with a backdash. Sets up with the jump in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback here? KO. Player one gained a hard-fought victory there.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Rising uppercut. Holds out with the block. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Hits with the overhead. Gets them. Player one is off to a good start and wins the first round. They'll want to keep dictating the pace of this match.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their opponent. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Staves off the cross-up. Track that jump nicely. Surprises them with a drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. What adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Burnout activates. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player one in there. Player two is making this look so easy. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Player one, drive rush to keep it going. Sandblast. Player one needs, burnout activates. Uses the gauge for a super art. Goes for the level 2 super eraser. Set up the punching bag. Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. Barely blocks the jump in. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Player 1 is dominating this match. Gets tagged by the fireball. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Fires off an overdrive art. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Impact's a no-go. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Holds out with the block. Checks him with the projectile. Perfect input. Not letting them kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 may have taken the first round, but you can be sure that there will be adjustments on both sides. How will they? Oh! The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch counter. Player 1 with the life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Shoots off a fireball up close. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 gets him. Player 1 with a clean win. They aren't playing around here.
Round 3. Fight.
Rising uppercut. Where you going? Uses the parry. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Shows a medium kick. Sandblast. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Perfect input. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Hits up the counter. KO. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there.